Hopefully going live.
Oh, damn, my phone just died.
Just died?
Yeah.
Well, nah, trying to hand you mine for chat.
Oh, I thought you had the chat bar.
I do, but good luck reading it down there.
Oh.
That's so that if it dies on you in use, hopefully I can recover it quickly here without you having to reload everything and find yourself on the receiving end of that problem again. So, have you ever seen any of the Fable games all the way through?
No.
I know they're definitely not in the genre you're usually into.
We made a good team back in that
Oh,
cave,
Jesus
didn't
Christ,
we?
that's loud.
It's been a while since I got stuck into a real
There we go.
fight.
Hey, the Master Chief's
It
already
was
saying
just like
what's up, guys.
fighting by your
Well,
father's
what's
side.
up is hopefully I have
forgotten what it was
chat
like,
somewhat live.
standing next to
It
a
might
hero.
crop off the very top on the video.
I'm going to see if
So-
I can find a charger.
Oh, that's a good idea. So it might take like one or two entries to actually show up, but I'm
I think
hoping
we're almost there.
it'll work and that it will kind of auto-scroll. Hopefully by the second or third entry, it should just start populating normally.
What I wouldn't give for a
I-
bowl of soup.
what do
and
we got
a
here?
hot bath.
I'm trying to up my game a little bit. Can I not open this? There it is. Trying to in my free time learn a little bit more about the YouTube system and all this
from the
stuff.
Book of Heroes. It seems that you have the power to upgrade not only your living weapons,
Oh.
but also any weapon
He's
you
must
find.
have found a charger.
Come back to the sanctuary.
gotta get to a
and I can
plug.
show you how.
What's up with you, Halo Master Chief?
Cease your movement!
Just get. Why did I
Be
say
you
the
men
whole
or be
thing? We
you
usually just go
hollow
with Master
men?
Chief.
Have you gone daft, boy? Open up the doors.
Walter? Is that you?
The very same. Now, are you going to let us in or what?
Well, I guess
Right,
you got it.
Yes, of course.
If that
Open the
plug
gate!
doesn't work, I have a
Tell
better
Major
one here.
Swift Walter's here!
There we go.
Welcome, Sir Walter.
Just
I'm
gotta,
back.
just gotta show your butt on chat for a while.
No one's going to complain.
No, it's probably the best content we're gonna have all day.
There he is.
If the Twitch chat girls are
Major
anything to go by.
Oh, Walter! What the blazes are you doing here?
So
came
one of the
looking
things
for
in this
you.
game that I do really enjoy
I have a
is, are you
proposition.
familiar with?
You came all
I don't
this
want to
way
relate
to
it specifically
proposition
to
us.
this because it is a little
And I
different.
thought you were
but
here to save
you
us
know
from
the
the
kind
legions
of
of the
dry
damned.
humor Monty
Ben
Python has.
Finn.
Yeah.
Familiar with some of
It's
that?
No, I
good
know.
to
That's
see
kind of
you.
the stuff they have
I
going
take
on
it
here.
the
It's
legends
either
about this place are
super
true, then.
crude and obvious,
say.
or it's a little
Never
little
seen
Monty
so many hollow
Python-esque.
men in one place. We've been stationed here
Uh,
weeks.
I know, from what I remember, it's
trying
almost
to
always crude
eradicate
and
them.
obvious.
Mainly,
It's definitely
it's
crude
us
and
getting
obvious, but then again,
eradicated.
so is Monty Python
We
humor.
lost some good
Yeah.
men last night.
Which is
including
why
Lieutenant Simmons here.
I don't want to say it's exactly like
And
that, but it's like
others
it's
will
like an
be back
inspired by
tonight.
kind of
Logan
thing.
just
Halo
loves
says I was
to
watching
send
TV.
you on the best
Well, I'm not
assignments,
sorry to
doesn't
interrupt
he?
that.
That's part of what
TV's
I wanted
dead.
to talk to you about.
Is this
Welcome to
How-
modern media.
Yeah,
Idiots playing video games.
Prince. Yes.
how much longer do you think
I'll explain.
actual mainstream TV is gonna go?
Just treat him like
until
any
the
other
baby
pair of
boomers are
hands for now.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I'd give it about 35 years.
Captain Finn will show you to the
That's when the
mortar.
last ones are gonna
We
go,
could
and it's
use
just gonna
a-
be
a body up there.
just the
Meet me on the
stragglers
wall when you're
hanging
ready.
on.
I'll introduce you to Private Jammy. So
All the
cool
all the
because he's
ones that just
luckiest
kind of
sod in
drugged
the
out
force.
in the
You'll
80s.
probably
and
be stuck by that mortar
earlier.
all night.
They're still going to be
Take
watching
a look
Judge
around
Judy.
first.
If there is a way to keep Judge Judy going that long, I will not complain.
Halo says, no, you guys are fine.
All right, so Ben Finn. This guy is kind of like,
Slow.
well, yeah, definitely that. He's got the, as far as this game goes, the like Disney Prince Charming look to him. But he's also pretty much an asshole.
Halo's watching TV and our stream. Now we're not good enough to have only his attention. He's got to split it between us and modern TV.
Well, you know, multitasking is the way to...
Nope, it hurts
I
my
don't
heart.
suppose you've
Yeah,
ever used
no.
a mortar before? There's nothing to it. There's always
But,
a slight chance of maiming, of course.
I
but,
can't think of the
I'm sure
number
you'll
of
pick it
times
up.
I've done that with
First,
other people's
I'd like to
videos.
meet Private
though.
Jammy.
I'll
He'll
have
be
like
your
10
loader.
tabs open, and I'll watch
Pleasure to meet
2/3
you.
of one, jump
See what
to
they say
another,
about
go
me,
back
you know?
to that one.
Jammiest soldier in Albion.
Nope,
For-
I can't do that.
For all the
24
RAM
runs
that
and still
like
standing.
Google Chrome takes up, like I swear to
Don't
God,
worry, you'll get
I
used to him.
crushed my
After a while,
computer's
he's
RAM
hardly
capacity
revolting
by
at
having
all.
like 48
Right,
tabs
Jammy,
open and just
it's
watching
time to
videos
show him
on
the
all of them.
ropes.
Yes, sir. Right then. My life's going to be in your hands, so let's
I'm
make sure
hoping
you
the
know what you're
audio is
doing,
still. Oh,
okay?
hey, yeah, the chat's actually
Go on,
showing up there.
Grab the
Sweet.
motor, and we'll
I hope
do
it's
some practice shots.
readable. I have no idea on that one. I also hope the audio is at least able to
Right,
be
let's see
picked
what
up
you've
well
got.
enough that I'm
See
not
that scarecrow
drowning it
over
out.
there? Blow it up.
Audio balancing
Yeah,
is like
that's
the
right.
worst thing
Let's
I've
blow it to buggery.
had
Come
trouble
on.
with in this entire
Yes.
attempt at
yes.
YouTube.
Boom! Oh, you see that? You see it?
I
That
finally
scarecrow's
figured
a
it out.
goner.
I think
Beautiful.
a good
On to
way
the
to
next
do
one.
it on the
Bush.
recording end.
Oh,
Live
goodbye,
streams
Mr.
are still an issue
Scarecrow.
every
That
time,
was
but
bloody brilliant.
I
All
used
right,
to have it
Jammy,
so
don't
that
get too excited. You know
Oh,
what happens
yeah.
when you do. Let's just take care
Yeah,
of the
just
last
straight
one.
right.
Just one left. Hang on. I don't remember setting this one up.
Oh,
yeah, it's got to give a cutscene. These are probably my favorite enemies in this version of the game. There are some, I think the like golems or whatever they are in the second one are better.
Yes, sir. Let's blow these buggers to smithereens.
Oh,
Come on,
jeez.
mate.
So this actually becomes a mini game later on, and I think there's an achievement for basically just doing a phenomenal job at it. Clearly
Left.
something I'm not gonna do. Yeah, there we go.
Went off with a bang, that one.
further left.
Yeah, I want those ones to build up a bit more. See if there's more coming in from somewhere else. Because eventually there will be like a point system, and doing multiple at once is just a better run.
Fair.
Yes. You can get more than one with a shot, though. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know if there is an achievement for your first run. Clearly I'm not going to get it. I'm waiting so long for them to spawn enemies in. Jeez. Alright.
Point that thing. There's more coming from the left.
There we go. Now they're coming. So, I'm trying to do a hero run in this, and it is a pain in the ass to build up money, and I'm pointing it out because I've just got a bunch of money coming in. What I've been doing off screen is actually I've been buying a bunch of properties.
From the right.
I think I own almost everything in the first town where basically all the homeless people live. So I own a bunch of normally homeless people property, but now it's all repaired and I'm making money off of it.
How'd you like that, skellies?
Alright, we've got to do a few more off to the left. I haven't gone that way in a while.
Coming from the left. There's some
Holy
more.
shit.
Coming from the right.
Yeah, nope, that's an issue.
I mean, that depends on how you define an
Coming
issue.
from the right.
Possible game over if I let all that walk up to the door.
Oh,
They're
actually
coming
now.
from the right.
Down?
To the right. There you go.
Oh shit.
Point that thing to the right. Good one.
That's why they were screaming at
They're
you to go
coming
to
from
the
the
right.
right.
Yeah, luckily this game's not too long. Like I actually think I'm
Shot, no, come
You're
on.
really good at listening to them.
no, I really don't give a crap what he says.
Oh, good.
I have given up any
Here they
attempt at
come.
doing well at this. I'm just looking to do well enough to not game over.
There's more.
I think I'm about halfway through the game, roughly, as far as the like time-taking part of it.
Quick.
I think the rest of this game kind of goes pretty quick. The tutorial beginning part is really slow. But I really wanted to play through a couple of RPGs before I went back to like a first-person shooter. And then recently, the new Call of Duty was launched, or not launched, announced.
Oh, good. Here they come. Look.
You haven't seen anything yet for it, right? I know I showed you a little bit. It's like a 20-second clip of the trailer.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it.
I'm thinking of picking it up because I was really disappointed by the last one, mostly because they didn't have the story mode.
I hate when they don't do story. Story's the best part.
It's very underrated for the Call of Duty games. The thing is like,
Dude, that guy didn't even have a gun.
Was he just taking the pose?
Yeah.
I never would have noticed that. I was too busy just focusing on triggering the cutscene. First of all, I got close, and then
Oh, now he has.
now he pulls one out. Yeah,
This reminds me of Chapter
could have maybe not loaded in, but it's a fun little glitch.
And that just beating everyone with a whatever that's called.
Broom?
No, the
Oh, shovel.
no
He's got a shovel. No, the fucking.
instrument.
Oh, one of them has an instrument. I think. I think a few of these guys can actually die. Hope I don't lose too many of them.
Keep it up, lad.
I think the accident-prone guy that teaches us how to use the mortar dies here. I'm not sure if that's like meant to happen or if I just have always been that terrible at the game. But yeah, what I was asking is if Halo Master Chief has seen any of the trailer for the upcoming Call of Duty game and what his thoughts on it are.
Yeah, Halo hasn't said anything.
Because I'm really excited. It looks amazing. I'm on the fence if I want to pick it up for PC or for the PS4. Because I do have the fancier, higher-end PS4. And I don't think they're going to worry too much about this Call of Duty going up to the PlayStation 5. Which has pretty much, I think, even been confirmed.
Isn't this new Call of Duty cross-platform though?
Yes.
I'm so glad they're doing that though. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's long overdue. I do have some skepticism for why they're doing it. Simply because a part of me thinks that it's in preparation for them teaming up on the streaming service.
I've written some funeral music just for you.
Have you heard that yet?
No.
Microsoft and Sony are more or less teaming up for future network use. But it seems like it's in preparation for doing streaming game service. Which I don't know how they're going to make it work because so many people aren't going to have good enough internet to actually stream your game live, even for solo games.
Yo, was it?
Not to mention if they do an online game.
Can't remember the guy.
Alright, so we did lose a guy there.
I don't know what provider it
I've written
was.
some
Was it
funeral
Comcast?
music
Whatever provider is actually doing fiber now.
Fiverr, the
Fiber.
Fiverr.
Like how Google was doing the fiber.
Oh, Fiverr networks. Yeah, okay.
I didn't know how else to describe it. We were just
Yeah,
talking about internet speed, so I
yeah.
started talking about fiber, and you're like, fiber?
Well,
What the fuck?
I'm more familiar with the long term, the fiber optic. So it was just,
It's about time bloody
but yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
appreciate music.
I think they've all done it, but regionally. So it's like in only a handful of locations. Are you gonna get that as even an option?
Who's for a pint?
I really hope it's going to start showing a reduction in price for everybody else.
Yo, look at that hair though. I understand it's supposed to be scary and big, but why is it fat? Dude, it's just Dr. Eggman.
It kind of is. Didn't even think of that.
Look at those tall, the tall, long legs and
Oh, geez, shooting
short,
swords
fat
at
body.
me. I was thinking when you asked what's up with the fat, I was thinking it was, Jesus Christ, stay away. Like bloated body after death kind of thing.
No, it's Dr. Eggman.
Jesus Christ, I took all of that to the face.
It looks like you have no one else up in there anyway.
No, I think everybody passes out at this point, so it's just me. This is kind of the boss fight. Which, I mean, it's a pretty weak boss fight, really. But like I said earlier, the game's not really all that challenging. And I'm really dropping the ball on a good way to cheese this, so next time he disappears, I'm going to try to go for the cheese factor. You can, during his entire time respawning, you can charge up your magic and just get a massive load off. Bad statement.
Yeah.
Bad statement.
Bad being cornered, too.
Yeah. No, get out of there. Oh, jeez.
You can't blame anyone but yourself on that one.
Nope. God, disappear, you. Nope.
You just
I
took all
guess
those.
yes. I guess I have nothing to say to that. There we go. So I can build this up and try to get one good heavy shot off on him. Jesus Christ, I'm getting caught on corpses.
Well, stop killing them.
They're ally corpses. So, already dead, maybe? Jesus, I am doing terrible. I am gonna feel like a complete idiot after talking about how easy this game can be. And then I'm just gonna game over here.
That'd be funny. I'd like that.
I don't think I've ever gamed over on this game. So, on 3, I think I have on 2. Where the hell is he? There he is.
Well, that was a big hit.
There we go.
And then pew.
I know the...
Oh! I'm sorry. I just saw the skeleton. It reminded me of something.
Yeah?
Have I talked to you about the
was pretty
centipede
damn
cage and what I want to
impressive.
do with that?
So, your father wasn't
In the
last
past,
hero of
but-
Albion after all.
What about the
That's...
ribs?
No. Not a new
Oh,
one.
really?
Okay.
We did.
So,
Let the
you know I
poets
want to
tell
do
our
the
epic
skull
tale. The
waterfall?
Swift
Tale
Brigade
of
fought
Massachusetts,
against
man.
impossible odds.
Nothing.
They won.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
that was a new statement he has there.
Well, Sir Walter, you didn't do too bad. For
I've
an
been
old man.
paying attention.
Neither
My
did
bad.
you.
So,
For
I
a
want to do like a
buffoon.
pile of rocks with the skulls in it, right? And then like the skull waterfall. We already talked about that part,
was
right?
Yeah.
just like old
Well, I was
times,
thinking about, you
Walter.
know,
Which isn't
Just
all
like
that
old
new
times.
in practice, but
What do you say?
still
to
cool.
actually
Will
do
you
it.
join us?
You've
With
done
your
waterfalls,
help,
you've
we
done
can
the
put a
skull
stop
thing,
to
you're just putting
Logan's
them together.
madness.
Yeah.
Bring back
So that's
the
gonna be one
real
corner.
Albion army.
And in
I
the other
swore
corner, I was
to
just
serve
kind of
my
thinking
king
like
to the
general
death. We
plants
all
or
did.
something like that. Whatever I'm
This
going to
isn't
do
the
over
way it
here.
was meant to
Maybe
be.
some branches.
Your
But
God
the
has
center,
been shoved aside,
for the
and
longest
these
time I was
new
figuring out, okay, what do I want to put in the center? So I was thinking I was just going to do more branches.
Right.
But I figured,
The-
you
the
know,
generic.
you know what'd look
Walter
cooler
has
is if I buy
absolute faith
some
in you.
of the beef rib bones
And
at
after
work
seeing
at
you in
the
action,
pet store.
Yeah.
So do I.
Clean off all the
All
meat
I ask is that you
and
make
just
a soldier's
make it look like
Okay.
a rib cage
Let
coming
your
out.
armies
Would you have to boil
protect
it
the
still,
people
probably?
instead of
Probably
oppressing.
just to get the fat and stuff.
Bring
Yeah.
honor back to this uniform.
How
And
cool
don't
would
forget
that
the
be?
pay rise.
I wanted to run this
Shut
by you
up,
because I was
Ben.
talking about doing a lizard myself.
I promise.
Do you know at all if I think it's PLA plastic is good for them? Because I'm still thinking
don't know
of
what
picking up
PLA
that
is.
stuff I would use on a 3D printer. I'm still looking at picking up a 3D printer and being able to 3D print cage decorations would be kind of cool.
I have no idea.
I know if I wanted to paint anything aside from the default plastic, I would have to check to make sure that it's a safe paint.
Yeah, is acrylic paint okay? I can't remember.
I know that you had mentioned that there's a specific kind of paint to avoid.
This has been a
But I am
momentous
looking at getting
day.
a 3D
With
printer,
the support of
and
Major Swift and his soldiers,
I have no
the
idea what I'd
revolution
do with it.
grows
But
in
they
strength,
finally dropped the
and
price
we move
low
one
enough
step
that
closer,
some of
becoming the
the
leader this kingdom
pretty
needs.
good entry level acceptable ones are well within a reasonable price range, in my opinion. It's I don't really want that one. Don't want to spend the points on it. I don't need to steal. I'm doing the hero run. I do need to possibly make more money working in the mini games in the downtime, because goddamn is money terrible to make in this game. That said, I have been... The game auto closes if I'm not constantly moving the character.
Oh.
The controller falls asleep, and then the game just says, "Hey, your controller's disconnected. You're an idiot." I don't have enough for that. Do I have enough for? I don't have enough for the new gun either.
Is that their way of trying to curb people cheating the system?
I think it's just the console's way of conserving battery.
Oh, okay.
In the controller, because mind you, this is the 360's back in the era when people were just still kind of getting used to wireless entirely.
I wish
on the controller.
Another random
We're heading
thing.
back to Bowerstone
Yeah?
I wish
now.
politicians would use
some people
upfront
there
propaganda more often.
Just to be obvious about it.
Yeah, that's like the best artwork about the presidents.
I think. Trying to think how I want to word this. As long as you're blatantly obvious about it, and like if confronted, you're just like, yeah, of course I did that because it was funny.
Well, what I mean by the propaganda is like the pictures, like the iconic "We want you" or "Uncle Sam needs you to do this" or
Yeah.
whatever. The iconic or like the picture that you just saw there, the defend with the. Like, that'd be awesome if one of our presidents or someone running for president was doing a defend the Second Amendment thing.
Yeah, but
and they had a picture like that.
What I was getting at is I think it's perfectly okay to do it to yourself, but it's probably very low tier to do it about your opponent is what I'm saying. Like, be upfront, be obvious, and if somebody says, well, hold on, that seems a little crazy, or like it was meant to be crazy.
Yeah. That's like one of the other things I wanted to do was if I ever ran, it would be an obvious joke campaign, and
Yeah.
I would be putting words all over it says, "This is a joke, calm the fuck down."
Yeah.
But it would be like, "Oh, that my opponent likes to beat seal puppies. Why would you vote for that? Vote for a guy who cares about the education system."
Completely unrelated.
Exactly. Some shit like that.
It's like, I didn't say I don't beat seal puppies. I just said I cared about the children. Here's the thing. I do think, in theory, that because of how the world is going and the sheer amount of shit posting people are just... That's just like a culture now, right?
Yeah.
I do really think that there will come a time that, no joke, a politician will be memed into office. I don't think that was Trump, but I think Trump was pretty close to achieving that effect.
Or like, oh my god, can you imagine? So like, if someone wanted to play along with that, and my opponent starts talking about...
I want to clarify what I said just a second ago. The election period, but that certain politicians can't meme, and the whole Trump meme, everybody memes for him.
Yeah.
That's where that was coming from.
But anyway, like how fucking... I think it would be hilarious of a president.
Yeah.
It's obviously inappropriate, but I think that's what's going to make it even more funny is a president, like the shock value of a president saying something like this, or someone running for office saying something like this. Imagine, okay, so I say something about beating seals and I care about the education system. So
that one.
Yeah. So then my opponent says something like, don't vote for him. He beats orphan children. And my response would be, well, of course, they don't vote.
I think if there would be a benefit to that, and I doubt that this would actually be a thing, but it's just to ride the meme approach.
Stared death in the face and waded
Is it
through
makes it
things
hard
so
for people to
foul
pin
I'd
down what
rather
your
not
actual
think about
views
them.
are.
But this
And outside of...
Is this game on PS4 as well?
and
Just
buried
asked?
somewhere
no,
beneath
it's
it all
360.
are the people
I
Logan has left
don't
behind.
think this game ever went on anything other than the 360, actually. Trying to think. I
Andrew,
think
you
there
are
may
adorable.
have been either this one or the second one
You can see
that
for
was on
yourself what
the
life
360
outside the castle
and
is like.
the PC.
Poverty, hunger.
I know the first one
disease.
is on the PC.
Wouldn't you want to rebel against it
But I
all?
think the second or third one was short term
You
on the
won't see
PC
too
and
many
not
kids
available
running
anymore.
around here.
I have
Most
the
of them
PC
have
disc
no
of it, and I
choice
can
but to
actually still
work.
install the game and play it on the
It's either
PC.
that or begging.
And I don't know if it's 3 or 2. But I know that the other one never made it to. I think the second one never made it on PC. I may be wrong on that.
Or like, oh my God. You know what? No, I will say, Donald Trump can meme.
He can, but like so many people meme for him too.
Yes, but I'm just gonna be the one that says it, because that whole Warren 2020th
what's going on up
Indian
there.
was fucking amazing.
Let's see,
Yeah.
shall we?
Oh my God. Like him or hate him, like her or hate her, but that was a burn.
By the way, Feel the Burn was
Also good.
Bernie's best thing.
Yes.
Like that. The moment he dropped that, it was almost just like, oh my. That's awesome.
The other thing that played Bernie so well is that video of Bernie, shaking hands, and then he does like the fist bump thing, like the bro type of thing.
Didn't he do that pretty well too? Like he
That's
played it off.
That's the thing. Like it didn't even phase his face. He was like, shake,
We have to stand
and just kept moving.
Yeah.
Like the dude is a fucking champ with that.
So much easier
That
than standing.
I don't think he would do so hot this time, but that's
Well, no, he's like dead.
yeah.
He's like
But
what?
it was
88 years old.
It was because of how
what I like to call
he
the
could
Reaver team spirit
more
of
or
all
less
athletes.
because of the
Best
kind of
any
people that backed
worker
him.
that so much as
He
murmurs
could
another
meme up
complaint
there on the
will be
tiers with
fired.
Trump that I think he
Secondly,
could have beat
any
Trump.
worker who takes
because,
more than a 3-second break will be
There's serious flaws with both of them.
Oh,
I
no,
have no issue with
I
it.
legitimately think
I
I legitimately think in 2016, if Hillary didn't steal from Bernie would have been our president.
Quite possibly.
I legitimately like. He's not who I would have voted for, but I still would have liked him more than Hillary.
That's true.
So go on, shoot.
But also, I feel like, you want to talk about the popular vote, like Hillary keeps talking about the popular vote. God,
That's why we're here. That's
that
why.
whole situation. But
So you're talking about politics while a business owner who pretty much runs this city just shot a guy out in the street because he wasn't working hard enough.
Forget a face.
fair.
It's elbows
Yeah,
and back.
you agree with that, right? That's your approach. All of your employees, I get it now.
They say I'm hard to please. I scream at them to work harder. Stop talking.
They say you're hard to please. You say stop screaming when I hit you.
That's all I ask. The simple things.
Oh, God. That's terrible. I mean, it's hilarious.
I ask for the simple things at work. I want a good laugh. I push you off the ladder. I still expect you to work.
Right, this should be the place. Somewhere
OSHA
beyond
would
this
love
door
me.
is the base of the Bowerstone Resistance. Ready when you are.
Between OSHA and my
I've got nothing
HR,
to say to that.
I have so many problems.
Between what?
OSHA and the HR.
Well, the HR is the person you pushed off the ladder.
And then I told him to get back to work.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the day I almost accidentally fired our district manager? Not
What?
my district manager, another district manager.
How did that work?
The employee I was firing has the same name as the other district manager. So I text him saying, "Hey, come in and fill out this paperwork," saying that, I wasn't firing him. He quit, but I wanted him to fill out the paperwork.
Yeah.
So I said, come on in and fill out the
Maybe we
paperwork
got
so
the
we
wrong
can
place.
make this easy and fast.
Let's,
And
Wouldn't they have to do that if they
Don't move.
just putting this out there from what I understand? Wouldn't they have to do that if they wanted to get collect unemployment?
no, it's when they don't do that. So when they sign the voluntary quit form, they can't get unemployment because they quit.
Oh, that's how it plays out. Okay.
So when they don't sign that form, they can then fight saying, "Oh, I didn't quit, I was fired."
Yeah, I've
We're here to speak with Paige.
every time I left a
We
job,
see
it was
them.
voluntary.
We're on
so-
your side.
Yeah.
Just hear us out.
We don't make deals with spies.
Which I guess is a benefit. I've never been fired.
I
Neither
thought
have
I
I.
gave the orders round here, kid.
Sorry, Paige. Gotta be carried away.
Walter.
That
glad
said,
you're all right.
And I'm glad you came.
I am never going back to
I
the
wasn't
job I had
exactly
before.
expecting
I
you.
am.
Same.
Let's
Yeah.
talk somewhere
I
a
like
bit more
Menards.
private.
I like the company. that work area.
Well, I
I'm
would
not a
like to.
maintenance guy.
I would actually like to do what I was doing before, which I've talked about it before. Was tech support. I actually loved doing tech support. The thing is when I do tech support, I want to do tech support.
I had this
I
whole
don't
plan,
want to be a
see?
salesman, which is what they had me being.
We ended up leaving the castle earlier.
And see, that's what I love doing is being a salesman.
Your messages were
I
always
get a
useful.
thrill out
I
of it.
can offer you something.
Here's the thing: you can take the artistic end of a sales pitch and really hit it home. I am analytical and practical with it, so if I'm trying to sell you on something, I'm going to tell you,
Gage,
here's the
I'd like you
pluses,
to
here's
meet-
the
I know who
minuses.
he is.
Make up your
I thought
mind.
you'd know better than to
See,
bring
it's
the
so much
prince
easier
here.
for me,
He's
and
not
I
just a
when they
prince.
say,
He's
you
a
know,
hero.
I have
Some of your
Great.
sales pitches are
Give him a
fucking
medal.
great. Your pull-up
No, I
one
mean, he's
is
a hero.
Yeah, it works.
amazing.
Like his father.
but no, like people come
Really?
in and they'll give me the problem.
doesn't change
You know, I have a
anything.
dog that's chewing.
Your brother is the
And
reason
then
we
instead
live
of telling them
underground.
what's good and bad about certain
He's the
products, I
reason
just
you
tell them
fight.
this is
Buy
the product
this.
I would
Any
get.
better.
Yeah, buy this.
Let's
This, if
improve
I
it.
had that problem, I would
It's
buy
not
this.
just me he needs
You want
to
me to explain it
convince.
to you? I can,
The
but
people of
I
this
Well,
city need
if
someone they
that's
can
the way
believe in.
people came to you
Prove
with
to
tech
them that
problems,
they
I
should
could
follow
do that
you,
too.
then we'll talk.
But once again,
For
people
now, I
come
have
to me
work
with
to
tech
do.
problems,
Looks
not
like
even
you
knowing
have
what their
work to
problem
do
is.
too.
I get that with
You
dogs
have a
sometimes.
whole city
You know,
to inspire.
like it's a little bit different
Jesus
of a game.
Christ, I'm already entering to the next portal area.
It's a bit different of a game because like with mine, I'm coming in. So like with yours, it's like I'm coming in, my computer isn't turning on. Okay, that's 1,000 problems, and you have to figure out which one it is.
Yeah.
Whereas in my case, it's like, oh, my dog is eating too much. I can go, okay, so it's either this, or this. So let me ask this broad question,
Today you have
cut
met
out
the true voice
30%
of
of
the
that,
people of the
another
city.
question cuts out another
It is
30%.
imperative that you
and
You
then
know what
engage in her
my
resistance
least
movement
favorite
to your
thing
cause.
is with
And just
doing
as
my kind of like
important that
repair
you prove
stuff?
to Barstow
Customer
that you can
service?
be its rightful
Well,
owner.
yeah, when somebody comes
Customer-
in and says it's not working, and I troubleshoot it and I figure out the issue and I say, hey, I can replace it for here's the price of the part. You would think people would just say either yes, replace it, or no, replace it. But I swear I get this question so often: how much is it to upgrade? Do you even understand how arbitrary of a question that is?
How much is to upgrade what?
Well, and to what extent? Do you want to go from this to a high-end piece? Do you want to go to what I'd consider the next tier up?
I mean, that's why whenever I'm looking for a computer, and I've been asking you, I tell you, this
Here's
is
what
what
I
I
wanna
want
do.
out of a computer. What do I need?
Yeah, and then I pointed you to a laptop that I'm still kicking my ass I didn't buy.
Well,
Mostly just because it was such a phenomenal sale.
that, and I'm using it for 20-year-old video games.
And that game, or that laptop, as long as you don't break it,
It would seem your
is going to
heroism
last you
must be
for
put
a
to the
very
test
long
once
time with
again.
the way you use it.
That's what I wanted.
May I
Though,
suggest
is I
that you
wanted a
return to
laptop.
the
Okay, so I
sanctuary
wanted to
and
buy
inspect the
a
map
laptop
that appears
and not have to
newer.
buy another laptop or computer for the next 5-6 years.
Of which you've pretty much are 3/5 of the way there.
Yeah,
it's
about
it's
halfway.
about a 3-year. Yeah.
It's been about 3 years, yeah.
Where am I going?
It was back when I was in college, and I hated going there too.
I didn't mind college, but it really there were some serious problems with some of the professors.
My problem with college is I had two options. I had, really, we're doing this? Like, I did this in high school.
I have to do a bunch of the small missions now.
I'm spending, a couple grand to be here to re-go through high school. And then the other option was, whoa, what the fuck did you just do? Like, there was a number, and then suddenly there's the alphabet and a shape, and now we got another
Yeah, I'm
number.
just gonna fast travel here.
Like, that was my problem. And then, like, with the accounting class that I had, I wouldn't have been bad at accounting. Like, I wasn't bad at the homework. The problem is I didn't have enough time for the homework. You've heard me complain about that. For accounting?
Yeah.
It was like, okay, you have 5 questions. They're due tomorrow. It's going to be super easy. I'm like, 5 questions? Hell yeah. That's like, what, 10 minutes? And then it's like 30 to 45 minutes per question, because this question means that you have to make this table, which requires this table, this table, this table, and this table. So you have to start way on the 5th table and work your way through it, and then go, yeah, Sally bought extra pens, that bitch. That's where the 625 was.
I love that I had enough money to just casually come up here and be like, yeah, I'll buy that shop. Yeah, no, you're gonna run into that problem with a lot of classes.
But like, okay, so I'm doing 40
looking
hours at work. I have a social life of some kind.
Where is? Sorry, I'm talking to myself now.
Now I'm supposed to spend. I'm supposed to go to college, and I have 3 college classes, and I'm supposed to spend 4 hours or 5 hours for this one class on homework afterwards. That's ridiculous.
There we go.
I understand 5 hours of homework for 2-3 classes. Sure, that makes sense. But for one class, and now I have 2 other classes that are like, hey, you also have to do these 10, 20 questions.
Now, I never took accounting, which is the one you're talking about specifically, right?
God, I hated it, yeah.
But I never had that problem with any of my course. I had one course that was like that, but also to a limited extent. Like some days it was like that, but most of the time it wasn't.
Our professor,
I mean, you were a real
she
hero.
was...
That's just what we need. Salutations.
She was
we
weird.
Are 3 magi of great power.
But,
wow, you
yeah, this entire mission is probably...
I remember this mission!
This is one of my favorite in the whole
it's like
game.
the D&D thing, right?
Yeah, this is... It's horribly cringy and ridiculously dumb, but because of it, it's one of my favorites.
So...
You were getting really excited for this one.
That's because it was... It's so clever to put into a game like this.
Yes, it
Had he
is.
harbored thoughts of vengeance against the evil Baron?
I also love that they will actually make comments on you basically doing things that they weren't planning
the
on.
hero came to the little village of Lightwater, a pretty hamlet nestling under the brooding battlements of the evil
How
Baron's
come our
castle.
D&D never sounds like this?
Because we change DMs every week.
I mean, before that
Our
even.
hero resolved to talk
I
to
did
You know
that
how
with a
fun it
couple of
is,
them.
though,
He could find out
that everything's on the fly with different DMs.
You're kidding, right?
Yet, you know, it's different styles every time.
That's true.
But it's the same story.
We'll be here forever.
Oh,
Some players
Like,
talking to
I
people
love
and
throwing
immersing
in, like,
themselves
you know,
the story
everyone
world.
follows the story
It's
pretty
like
good,
when
and then
you
I
told
throw
me
in my
people read
oddball
item
once a month.
descriptions. No one reads item descriptions.
so I do want to have the
As it
audio in
happens,
the game
Arturo,
here
the
catch up with it.
gatekeeper, knew exactly what had happened to
So
the
I'll
princess.
answer your question.
Hey, shut up, you're ruining it. I wrote tons of lines for the villagers, and I think some of them are really cool.
I know you didn't ask a question and I said that terribly, but I have something to say about it.
Hero's
Yeah,
going
go
to
ahead.
talk to Arturo. Now we can get the... Greetings, stranger. I can see from your good looks and heroic demeanor that you must be on a quest to rescue
Is
the
this
princess.
Harold
I saw
Wheatgrass?
her yesterday, carried off by
He
the
looks like what I
Baron's evil
expect Harold
servants,
Wheatgrass
a
to
troop
look
of
like. You're right.
hogs.
Yeah.
They took her through this gate to the castle on the hill.
God, I loved Harold
That's it.
Wheatgrass.
No clues to solve
Gerald
or anything.
Wheatgrass?
Gerald,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, I
the
think it was
hero has
Gerald.
to figure out how to get up the hill. You mean
I am going to go back and see if there was anything in here. Ah, there was.
No spoilers.
Anyways, we're going to be doing Tyler's campaign for the other thing.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
I'm excited to be good at one of these campaigns.
Now, and here's the thing: your character is going to be the MVP for anything intellectual in it. Like anytime anybody has to
Hang
make an
on, who's
intelligence or
talking here,
wisdom,
you or
anything
Mildred?
anything related to
That
that,
was Mildred. What about the
the
princess?
kind of character you're going to be running is
Hail,
going to be
hero.
indispensable.
Oh my! And the best part is, I'm gonna totally throw out some facts and knowledge, and Tyler's gonna be like, "Nah,
bring
but
me some sky
fuck you.
metal,
big
I can
government."
make you a magic sword.
I'm like, "Oh,
It's
it's gonna be
1,000
big
gold
government."
per plus.
Your character needs to have that as an actual.
3,000 gold. Oh,
It's gonna be a hardcore conservative.
and I can't make anything
What was
more
that?
than
He's gonna be a hardcore
plus
conservative.
3
Well, I
because
think
I'm
he
only
needs
a
to seriously have an
journeyman
issue with the
blacksmith.
government already going in,
Bit early in the
and so
adventure for
realizing
anything
that they
above
actually
plus
did
3.
fuck up all
It's
this shit would be kind of a
unbalancing,
fun
you see.
character bit.
Okay,
Forging
but I'm
doesn't
pretty sure my
work.
character would
I
also
didn't
be
have time to do the
extremely
models.
fascinated by the government being able to
serious?
do like a hive
A
mind
game
thing.
like
Tyler
this is
does
all
that.
about
Yeah.
customization.
Like I could see my character being like, you know what, a hive mind works. You know, it's fascinating to me that how hive minds work.
I
legitimate-
kind of halfway expect Tyler to be like, that works because, and you'll just throw out, is it like this? And then it's like, yeah, sure.
Horace, the most gifted
Because you're going to be the only one who actually knows anything about incects.
for you? Oh, radiant orb,
I'm
into
actually
the
thinking I
sky
might do the
rise,
recordings of that
and
again,
illuminate
but
for
in an
my
even more
mortal
casual,
eyes
relaxed bullshit
my
way,
true
because
love's face and
I don't know how else to
silhouette
do it,
frame,
because I don't want to make it
her
an issue for
slender
anybody
and
again.
Curvaceous
Well, there was an issue?
frame.
It was just a hassle.
Oh,
To
yeah.
make sure everybody was on camera
Nice.
and nobody was just going to
Frame
relax
with
and
frame.
Yeah.
you
The
know.
most gifted poet of our age doesn't own a
I-
thesaurus.
I think it would
almost
be
thought
better.
of getting a.
Here's my opinion. If you really wanted to do it and someone's really interested in doing it, us being on camera isn't going to necessarily matter. So you might as well just do it like a podcast.
Well, that's one thing I was thinking of doing is like
Just the recording and like pictures.
The
or something.
hero
Yeah.
decided to investigate
Yeah,
an
like,
eerie
this is
tower
just-
on the hill.
take something offline for. This is
It's
kind
not
of
very
similar to the
eerie,
character
though, is
we're
it?
running, and just whenever our character
Ben,
comes up, throw them
you
on
did the
screen.
tower,
Or
didn't
something
you?
dumb and simple.
I wouldn't
like
even
that.
do that.
But I thought
It
you
would-
said pretty.
What kind
I know
of
it's not the
adventure
most
has a
popular
pretty
thing,
tower
but
on a
I
hill?
really liked
Be quiet, you
in
two.
2016
I'll deal with this.
when everyone was doing political videos, but they weren't. Oh, this is stupid because it's from BuzzFeed videos. Instead, it was like
Ah.
a 30-minute
Now you're
rant
talking.
about my opinion on something, and it's just a picture of like a head. And it was. But
I know kind of what you're talking about.
I like those styles of videos that I can listen to while doing something.
Yeah.
I don't
And
want to watch.
if I
wanna
do it
listen.
that way, I could record much more easily the audio just by putting the camera in between everybody. And
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
That's
to
all
put
that-
anything else there.
I think that would give you. That'd be easier on you, and anyone who's actually interested is still going to enjoy it.
the only problem there is when Caleb does incredibly
The
dumb
hero
shit,
slew
we're
the
not
last
going to
of
get a
the
video
wolves,
of
which
it.
had proven
Or
to
I
be a
could pick it
mighty
up and
challenge,
capture it.
and far more exciting than
Right.
rabbits.
Yeah, bit predictable.
I'm
The odds
still,
of you
I'm still
predicting
sad.
is stupid.
Well, no, but if I catch it in the moment.
Does everything have to be about fighting?
I still am pissed that I
Yeah.
haven't been able to do
Story
anything
is
with the
conflict.
footage of Caleb. I don't know what
Ideally,
possessed
not too
him
much story
to
getting
do
in the
this,
way.
but he wound up wearing an entire ring of coasters.
The hero
Remember that?
entered the Baron's
No.
factory.
Were you not here for
Teddy
that one?
bears.
I don't think I
What
was.
a
All
teddy
right,
bear's
you know our
doing
coasters up there.
Aren't
Yes.
they sweet?
Caleb had them
I put
shoved
them
in his
Nice,
hat,
eh?
and I just realized I just
they are.
shouted that
They
in the
are
microphone.
nice.
Shoved
You
in
know
the
what
sides
we
of his
don't
hat.
want in
He
the
had them
evil
like
Baron's
in his
castle?
shirt or something. Like he was
Anything
wearing all of our
nice.
coasters, all of
From
them.
the princess and the baron.
Why I don't know. And everybody's just like, Caleb, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know, and he's just still doing it.
See, that's what's really interesting with our group is that
Shit just happens.
well,
the princess
I feel like
shall be my wife. And
I feel like
all
Caleb's
these
genuinely
bears
one of the
will
funnier ones we have.
Well,
And it's
they'll
not necessarily
do
because he makes funny jokes, because he just
evil
does
stuff.
funny shit.
Yeah.
He perfected the
Evil teddy
funny because
bears.
random.
That's
Because he's not being like
Oh, she's
you know
very good,
shouting
like that.
stupid things.
and he's not It's not a forced thing when he does it either.
Yeah.
I wanted to catch all the audio for this, but I just went on a huge rant of Caleb wearing coasters, and now I completely
A
ruined
wise
it.
old man suddenly appeared before the hero.
Alright, this is-
Me, cried the old man.
I don't remember if I actually have to answer
Oh
this.
no, not one of your puzzles. They're far too
But
hard.
I am so
Just let him
excited
open the
for,
chest.
for this new
If
campaign
all
now.
trimps
I need to
are
actually
trumps,
research
and all trumps are
the-
trumps, then all trimps are definitely trumps.
if all
Wait.
trumps
True
are
or
trumps
false?
and all trumps are trumps.
Actually, that's rather easy.
Shoot, I didn't listen to
give him
it.
the
I was
sword.
listening to you talk about wanting to
the
do
answer is
campaign.
true.
You ruined my puzzle.
Oh, here you got it.
Oh,
Took me
okay.
ages
Yeah.
to work that
Because
out, and
if
now
all
he's got the
trips are
sword
trumps
far
and all
too
trumps,
easily.
or
Should have
if
been much
all
harder.
trips are trumps and all trumps are trumps, then all trips are trumps, or all trips are trumps, or whatever.
See, I have to look at that
It was
worded out. I can't
It was-
visualize that myself.
A is B and B is C,
I'd
so
have to
A
do like a
is C.
Venn diagram.
Does that make more sense? A
Yeah.
is B and B is C, so A is C.
Yeah, okay. That makes more sense.
See, that makes sense to me because there's turtles, tortoises, and terrapins. Now, tortoises and terrapins are turtles, but a
Okay,
turtle
who
is not a
set up the
tortoise.
lever?
I thought you did.
Well, I thought it was Jim's
I get
job.
what you're saying, Quinn, but
Quick,
like
let's
I
listen.
don't visualize it that way. I
Well,
need
how
the
about it
actual
releases a
visuals in front of
cloud
me. I need
of
the
lovely
words.
butterflies.
I know you know what you're talking about, but my
Worst
brain was
game
just like,
ever.
This is in one ear and out the other.
Well,
Your brain's
how
like,
about a standard
I believe
polling
whatever
manager?
the fuck you just said.
Yeah, let's have some
Pretty
bloody
much.
You
action.
use big words like turtle. I'm lost.
No, it was that third one. I know a turtle. I know a tortoise. A tiramisu. That was one that threw me off.
Terrapins, like your box turtles.
All right. Still like the idea of just a turtle tiramisu. That's probably an actual dish, like in Malaysia or something.
You want to know what's even better?
Turtle soup. I've actually had that.
I don't know if I did, but
It's better
just to-
than turtle tiramisu, I bet.
Just to really fuck with you, Ian. If I was to show you, I think it's called a tarantula. Tarantula? No, that's
A tarantula? We have those.
no.
We have
it's
several.
What is it? It's
They're those eight-legged
All
hairy
men
things that you
vanquished,
keep
the
in
hero
cages.
ventured on.
Of which I want to know, because I know I've touched and slightly handled a few of them. I want to know, do you have any that are safe enough to actually hold? Because I really want to have that on my bucket list to say I've done.
Foolish hero.
the Tartua.
Suit ends here.
No, Tuatara, that's the word, Tuatara.
Killer
Oh my
monsters of
god.
this ravine.
Okay, Tuataras.
Try to show that on the camera. Good luck though, but that is a pretty lizard.
Fun fact.
Not a lizard.
Not a lizard.
Fuck you.
Tuataras are not lizards, snakes, turtles, or anything. Tuataras are their own thing.
So they would be.
Tuataras are
So they're
lineage to-
legal in that city you work in. Until people question it.
It's still a reptile.
And the killer
but
monsters
it's,
are.
Okay.
It breaks off from the
chicken?
lizards.
Yes, I thought it was time
But
to put in
does it
something
break off
cute,
from
but
amphibians?
also to make us think about our
That's the real
relationship
question.
with food and that.
Is it a
Bloody
newt?
hell, Ben. You... Wait, let me fix it.
It's the dumbest thing.
There. This
Probably
is no
the
ordinary
second
chicken.
dumbest thing. The dumbest
It's a
thing is being afraid of
fire-breathing
newts.
Demon chicken.
There are people who are afraid of kittens, Ian.
Look, you're raising the bar to exponential levels for dumb.
Maybe don't kill them quite so quickly.
I
It's
don't
boring to watch.
I can understand the. Oh, anyway, you're asking about the
Jesus
tarantulas.
Christ, the chickens are throwing fireballs at me.
Maybe we
Anyway,
should have put shields
tarantula
in
is
the
safe enough to hold. Yes, I have.
That was just gross.
Jesus
Two
Christ.
that should be easy enough to hold.
The hero will
Problem
feast on
is
chicken
they tend to be
tonight.
moody.
Moody.
Yeah. Like obviously I don't want you to hold it if they're being like, nah, fuck you.
Well, isn't that when they're the best to hold?
Then you want to hold an OBT.
No, I was joking, Quinn. I was clearly being the dumb.
My OBT is the one that, by me walking by the cage, it
attacks
went
the
into it went into its threat position
Why do
so
you guys
aggressively it
always
fell
want to
over, started freaking out, and then flipped itself
So
over
the
and
mighty
Oh, that's
hero
hilarious.
Ran in
triumphed over
height.
the fire-breathing
I
demonic.
still am blown away by the Goliath you had that literally wrestled the cup out of your
Anyway,
hand.
on he ran.
I have
seeking
another
a
one of
way
those.
out
It's
of
not
these
as big.
It's not
dark
big
and
enough
gloomy
yet.
caverns.
Now here's the thing, Ian. That thing's going to take 20 years to get that size. You know, not that exact size, but to get to that full size, it takes like 15, 20 years. I'm not kidding. That thing lives for 30, 35 years.
Cool ass
The
spider.
hero
I'm
emerged
so
into
excited
light
for it.
to find the evil Baron at bay.
But
God,
that's
this
why
is so fourth wall. This is fourth wall that was already at the fourth wall. This is like fourth wall to the fourth wall power.
this is like Deadpool fourth wall.
Yeah. Except not as
I, the Baron,
not as high
shall
budget and,
tolerate your meddling no
missing
longer.
good voice acting.
My elite hob guard will take care of you.
The new Godzilla movie's coming out. I think it's technically already out. What's your you want to go see it?
I mean, I want to, but dude, I have like, you have to pick a day that I'm not super busy.
Yeah, that's
Which,
gonna be the
good
hard
luck.
part. Yeah. Jesus.
Oh, here's a fun fact. Next week I gotta pay for a speeding ticket.
Oh, jeez. That's good news.
Yeah.
How fast were you going?
Well, so to make sure that he said, you know, I'll do you a favor. I'm not going to give you any points for it, so I'm going to write you down for 80 and 75. I was doing 91.
Yeah.
So I told my district manager, okay, I got to go next week and pay this. He goes, well, why don't you just fight it? They usually just let people go. I'm like, dude, he already did me a favor. If I fight it, then they're gonna be like, oh, well, it actually says you were doing 91, so we're gonna give you a $580 speeding ticket.
So, how much is the? I've never gotten one. So how much is your speeding ticket for?
I was told that mine's kind of high, but it's $250.
Okay. Yeah, that's. I've heard of people getting them and they're like 160. So that seems a bit high.
I don't know how they fluctuate.
Well, it's also, you know, I haven't known anybody to get a speeding ticket that has talked shit about it since, I don't know, 5-6 years. So who knows what they've done to the price.
Yeah, the other thing is, you know, I don't know if it changes versus counties or what, but it was kind
That's a possible thing.
It was kind of funny because, like, I pulled over and I was like, hey, officer, did I give you enough space because we're on the highway? And he was like, yeah, you're fine. You know, hand me all your information, and I do that, and he brings it back, and he goes, okay, here's your ticket. I'm like, thanks.
Yeah?
All right. No, I wasn't fucking arguing it.
Yeah?
I knew I was speeding. I did that every day for like a month. I didn't think I was going to get in trouble. Because, like...
You never think you are. Like,
no.
It's a
but you know
common
what?
thing.
Here's the thing. You know what? Since I got it, I go 80.
Yeah, I don't think I go faster than 80. Ever.
I was... Here's the thing. He caught me 91. I was going more like 95. I saw him last second and hit the brake, so I lost a couple miles there.
I'm trying to think. I've been pulled over a few times, but never got a ticket. I know you were with me the one time, and...
Well, see, now...
That one...
I used to be able to say that, but now I have a speeding ticket on my record.
Yep. But even the one time, like, I know he didn't clock me at what he claimed he did. First of all, the entire reason that I sped up at all was that he was riding my ass. And he was one of the undercover officer guys.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to tell what he was, and he starts riding my ass. So I go, I think I was like 10 over, because I was just trying to get distance between me and him. And that's pretty much what I tell him, and I'm in a panic at that point, because like, holy shit, I got pulled over. And never the thing you want to have happen.
Chad, my district manager, just went to court for a ticket for obstructing whatever bullshit. You know what happened? Chad was in the right lane, driving a little fast, he said. By a little fast, I think he meant like 85, 90. And an officer flies by him on the left going to an emergency call. Well, the officer was in the right lane behind Chad, approached fast, and then switched to the left lane and went past Chad. But when he went past, their mirrors hit and like exploded.
That I am
The actual mirror itself went all over the place.
What mirror?
The side mirror.
That is the
of both of their cars, because they both hit.
Holy shit.
And the officer pulled Chad over and wrote him up and gave him a ticket for obstructing.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't blame him.
So Chad went to court and dressed nice. Chad went to court and said, look, if y'all want to give me a speeding ticket, fine. I was going fast. But that officer hit me.
I don't remember what I'm supposed to use here.
And I think Chad said something along the lines to the judge, if I'm getting a speeding ticket, my insurance is going for you guys. And they were like, dismissed. Another one that just happened. Chad got a ticket, so he left our business, and it was still daylight out. Right? And Chad left our business, and literally not even seconds from leaving our business, he gets pulled over for not having his lights on.
There it is.
The sword! The
So,
Bane sword!
there's still daylight out, and he gets a ticket for not having his headlights.
That is kind of... But
and so
a part of me understands it because of the situation
What kind of
he was
rubbish
in.
game lets you kill the villain in one blow?
The idea of
you
hitting...
hero, that
no, this was a different time.
Yeah,
oh,
okay.
Different thing.
I missed that transition.
Nope, that first one
give it
was
a
for
rest, will you,
obstruction
please?
of justice
Come
or
on,
whatever.
back to the game.
And then this one was for he got a ticket for not having his lights on. So literally what happened though is Chad was like, you know,
Did
it's
he,
still,
I imagine he fought that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
here's the
can
thing.
think of
Chad goes,
something.
it's still daylight, and my car's not automatic, and I
Yeah.
guess someone turned off
The
my automatic.
hero
I'm sorry. I can still
kisses
see
the
just fine. You can
princess.
see just fine.
But
And the
only
officer
because she
apparently,
wants him to, being a strong,
the officer said,
self-confident
"Oh,
woman
just
who
fight it.
chooses
We
her
got
own
easy judges."
destiny.
All right.
If you're gonna say that, then why write me up?
Yeah. All right. Do I kiss the cutout or do I threaten it?
How would you not kiss the cutout?
Kiss me, my hero.
That would
and
be
let us
why.
spend the rest of our lives together in
Anyways,
mutual love and respect.
I was gonna say the other time I got pulled over is
Damn them lips,
And
though.
they both lived happily ever after?
They would
I
have,
think
but
the
Baron
reason
had
I
poisoned
got
the
off with the
princess
other
and she
one
died an excruciating
is
death.
because
Her
the
inhuman
officer
death
didn't even
shrieks
pull me over for
tormented the
anything I
local
did
stable
wrong.
boy who grew
I
up
think
to
it's
be a vicious serial
because
killer. And
new driver in the area. I was
sick,
really
Jim.
a
Why
fresh
do you
driver
always
in
want
our
to kill
area.
everything? Why can't
And
we
I
just have a
have
happy
the
ending?
license plate.
That is a
I'm not
happy
going to
ending.
say what it is
I'm
on
with
camera,
Ben.
but
They both lived
I have a
happily ever
personal
after, and there
license
was
plate,
little
and
to
it's
no cannibalism.
obvious
Oh,
that's something that a
great.
young person
Yeah,
would
I've never
get.
seen that before.
And so I think he just pulled me over to see if I was up to some dumb shit. Because we were at a four-way stop, and I actually wave him by, because we stopped at pretty close to the same time, and I didn't even want to fight it with an officer. Like, I'm just, you go. I'm not even playing that game with you. And then he waves me across, and so I kind of just shrug and pull on through. And I didn't take off at a crazy speed, but I just pull on through, and he turns his
Great
flashes
work,
on
my
and pulls
friends.
me
You are
over.
fantastic.
You have to be
First
the
time I was
best
ever pulled
hero
over.
of all time.
And what did he say it was for?
I'm going to have my bard sorcerer
He
compose
said
a
he
song
said I
about
didn't
you.
stop at all.
Whatever.
We bestow upon you.
He said I didn't stop at the
title
stop
of
sign,
Honorary
and that's why he pulled me
Master
over.
of Dungeons.
And I didn't get a ticket. It was just, here, let me see your shit. And he goes back and he runs my information. And he comes back and he's just go on through.
Legit, I shouldn't
Well,
have
that
gotten my
went well, don't you
license
think?
when I did.
Your license?
Yep.
Why not?
It scares me that I passed.
Oh, geez, did I come out the wrong side? I guess I did.
It scares me that I passed because I almost hit someone on the highway. I ran a stop sign.
This is the first I've heard of this.
Hang on, where's the order?
Yeah, no, I almost hit someone. I ran a stop sign, and I was speeding down one of the roads.
I think the biggest infraction, I think that's the word I use, the right word.
Like,
I think the biggest issue I had is when I was
Into the
merging
armory we
on,
go.
there was a big truck who was just complete dick. You know when you try to merge in and they fucking match your speed the whole way, and they're just being a big old bitch about it. So, big truck, like one of the double wide, and I'm trying to merge in, and he just won't let me through, and then I got in trouble because I merged in too slow. I don't know what they wanted me to do. I slowed down, I sped up, and still the guy was just like, "Nah, fuck you." Yeah, so here's an obvious one. And I think this isn't the military camp. I thought this was the military area, which is the perfect name for a military group. I'm gonna have to repair that. Have we made it the hour?
I don't know. You've covered it up.
Let me,
Just about.
Alright. Well, I'm going to buy a few more properties, and then I have to, I think I'll do some of the less fun missions off screen and hit my 53 points I need so that I can progress in the story. I actually think I'm pretty darn close to being done with this game. 1 or 2 more streams.
Really?
Yeah, the game goes by really quick. It's building up the capital to get the hero ending. That's the longest part of the game. And to really do that, you can go through and you can do a bunch of the extra side missions to kill time. But like I mentioned, the easiest way is to just tie some rubber bands to your controller so that your character runs around aimlessly and you can build up money from your rent. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do once we end the stream here. But words, brain fried. Fable 3 is probably the simplest and most straightforward of the Fable games. I think 2 personally was the best of them. So I wanted to just scratch the itch with Fable 3 and probably move back to Halo 3 after this because Halo 2 is not working. I told you that, right?
Yeah.
And I actually don't think it's the disc.
I thought you thought it was the disc.
I originally did, but it recognizes the disc as existing. And so I don't know what the issue is because I can even get my PC on an Xbox emulator to run Halo 2. So I don't know what the issue is, but other Xbox games work on the original Xbox. So I don't know. Anyways, this is going to be the end of the stream. I might do another one just to burn through this game pretty quickly through the week. Maybe even Sunday. Don't hold me to that at all. But thank you so much, everybody, for stopping in. And Halo Master Chief, I hope you have a great week.
Thank you much.
Yeah, hopefully I'll see you next time. And let me know if the chat thing on the side is a problem. I tried to make it very see-through so it's not an issue.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's then enough to be able to read, and if it's enough to be able to read, then maybe it blocks things.
Yeah, and I don't know how it's going to work out.
Well,
So
it's worth the test.
Yeah, it was something to try.
All right,
but see ya.
Your phone didn't die.